Hey, you guys want some of this sandwich? It's a meat-cute sandwich.
Here are the top 10 worst fast food sandwiches in America. Because as tasty as some of these may be, they might also be the worst thing you could possibly put in your body.
I eat the sandwich.
McDonald's Quarter Pounder with cheese and bacon.
Here's my Quarter Pounder with lettuce, pickles, onions, ketchup, mustard, and bacon.
Yes, we're starting out with a classic, but hear us out before you decide to throw rocks. Recently made popular again thanks to rapper Travis Scott and his collaboration with McDonald's, the Quarter Pounder with cheese and bacon has earned a new place of honor on the Golden Arches menu. In fact, people have been ordering it so much, the chain began running low on basic ingredients like bacon and cheese. But even though this burger has been gaining quite a lot of popularity over the last year, it doesn't make it any better for you. It's not about how it tastes. Really, it does pretty well in that department, especially when it's Travis Scott style.
This is a tasty burger.
No, it's mostly about just how unhealthy and harmful it can be. The usual Quarter Pounder features a 100% McDonald's fresh beef patty along with thick-cut applewood smoked bacon and all of the regular fixings. Sure, this particular burger is lower in fat and carbs than most we will see on this list, but the trans fat and sodium levels are what's concerning here. Basically, if you already have high blood pressure, you'd basically max out your entire day's worth of sodium on this one burger. The Quarter Pounder should definitely be more of an occasional treat than a nutritious dinner option.
Good to know.
Dunkin Double Sausage Sandwich.
Double the gods, double the weapons, double everything.
When you're looking for a little sugar rush to get your morning started or to top off a long, hard day, you can always count on Dunkin to have something on hand for you. Whether you want a box of munchkins or an extra sweet iced latte, everything is designed to give that extra boost. So it would make sense if you thought ordering a breakfast sandwich over a donut would be healthier, no? Well, as it turns out, it might be even worse, especially when it comes to the double sausage sandwich. In one single sandwich, there is a whopping 900 calories lurking in the shadows, along with about 2,000 milligrams of sodium.
What?
This is only for breakfast. According to Dunkin, it's estimated that it would take you about 242 minutes of walking, 87 minutes of running, or 125 minutes of cycling to burn off all those calories. However, Dunkin has recently been getting in the Beyond Meat game, and they now offer a Beyond Sausage breakfast sandwich that's almost half the calories. While it's still not perfect yet, and some say it's a little dry, it's definitely a better option than the double sausage sandwich.
Right.
Arby's Beef and Cheddar.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
It's pretty much common knowledge that if you want the meats, you go to Arby's. They're not like other fast food restaurants. They don't buy into the whole burgers sell better ideology. They have their own thing, roast beef sandwiches. It's probably not too shocking to say that nothing served at Arby's would win a gold medal in a most healthy fast food competition, but the beef and cheddar beats all records. It serves a ridiculous amount of trans fat and sodium, enough to scare any dietitian. So much fat, in fact, that nearly half of the sandwich's calories come from fat. But it's not just the nutrition facts that cause an issue, it's the taste. It's certainly not going to blow anyone away. This beast features double the amount of tender roast beef and a sickening amount of cheddar cheese sauce.
Oh, damn it, Johnny, you know I love my big beef and cheddar.
The overpowering flavors and the heaviness of the giant portion are probably going to prevent you from finishing one. But hey, at least you know it'll fill you up, and then some. Maybe a few vegetables would help, like a handful of lettuce or some pickles, perhaps? Anything to give the beef and cheddar a little redemption. Overall, this sandwich is simply a less healthy burger alternative and probably shouldn't become your next go-to order.
Just don't do it, promise?
Wendy's Pretzel Bacon Pub.
What?
Wendy's offers a lot of variety in its burger selection and isn't afraid to push the limits. The chain is constantly introducing new and bold burgers that look yummier and yummier each time. However, it seems like Wendy's might have dropped the ball with this one. Not in terms of tastiness, but in terms of healthiness. They wanted to kick things up a notch with their Pretzel Pub sandwiches, and they really did. They just so happened to also kick the calories up along with it. But we've got to admit, this Pretzel Bacon Pub might just be one of the best looking, best tasting burgers Wendy's has ever come up with.
Delicious.
While Wendy's has put out a pretzel bun before, this time the chain claims that this is their softest, signature, best tasting pretzel bun yet. But soft doesn't mean healthier. The Pretzel Bacon Pub features a chicken breast marinated and breaded in a fiery blend of peppers and spices, topped with beer cheese sauce, smoked bacon, honey mustard, fried onions, and a slice of Munster cheese, all smushed between a pretzel bun. With that many tasty ingredients going on, it shouldn't be that surprising that it contains a solid 840 calories and about as much sodium as 160 Lay's potato chips. So yeah, this high-fat content burger might look like $1 million, but it's also a million things that are bad for you.
Good luck with that.
Subway Chicken and Bacon Ranch.
Subway? Ho!
Over the last few years, Subway has been under fire for its less than healthy menu options. What was once considered one of the healthiest fast food restaurants has now started to show up more and more on lists of worst ones.
Well. How the turntables.
Regardless of its newfound reputation, Subway has a long way to go before even considering climbing back up the health ladder. One sub in particular has built up quite the impressive and concerning rap sheet. The Chicken and Bacon Ranch sub not only packs over 1,000 calories and is a sodium bomb that gives you more than your entire daily intake of salt, but its taste has often come into question. Practically everybody loves ranch. You eat it with almost everything from pizza to chicken wings. It's a versatile side. So why does the mix of chicken and ranch at Subway taste so odd? Perhaps it's because of the oozing melted Monterey cheddar that throws everything off. Or, maybe it's just the chicken itself. Subway doesn't exactly have the best track record when it comes to serving quality meat, especially chicken. No matter where it all went wrong with this sub, if you want something that tastes good, forget healthy, just a genuine tasty sandwich, you're better off with something else when heading to Subway.
Trust me when I say this.
Burger King, Bacon King.
What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Bacon, bacon, bacon. What some people wouldn't do for a slice or two of bacon. It's truly a wonder, really, how a single piece of meat can make an entire meal instantly better. Burger King wanted to use this crispy, tasty creation to its advantage by introducing the Bacon King. The name speaks for itself. It's filled to the brim with a hearty portion of thick-cut smoked bacon. It also comes with a half-pound of beef, American cheese, ketchup, and mayo, all sandwiched between a soft sesame seed bun. This sounds like something any bacon fan would love and devour within seconds, but the saying that goes, sometimes less is more? Well, maybe that's the motto Burger King should have gone with while coming up with this greasy beast. As it turns out, there can be such a thing as too much bacon.
Tell me about it!
Don't get us wrong, bacon is amazing, but that's the beauty of bacon. You don't need a lot to make something great. Sure, a huge amount of bacon might sound just great, but it also sounds like a one-way ticket to heart disease. If you want to save about a half day's worth of sodium, maybe go with the Bacon King Jr. instead. There's a fine line between genius and insanity, and it looks like Burger King might have gone off the rails with the Bacon King.
Is that bacon on your turkey leg?
They call it a Swanson.
Jack in the Box Ultimate Cheeseburger.
What now?
This next burger is also a calorie monster, but that's not the main reason why it's one of the worst fast food sandwiches in America. While yes, over 800 calories for one tiny burger is concerning, we have bigger fish to fry. Jack in the Box likes to call this burger the ultimate cheeseburger, but the truth is, nothing is really that ultimate about it. It's just your regular, undistinguishable fast food burger made up of 2 beef patties, 2 slices of cheddar and Swiss cheese, some ketchup, mustard, mayo, and onion special sauce. Nothing really fascinating or exciting to see there. No fresh vegetables, no fancy ingredients, not even a single pickle.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's not that it tastes bad or anything. You can actually manage to enjoy some decent flavor depending on where or when you order it. It's just that it's so boring. The classic recipe has been done over and over again by countless fast food chains, and at this point, most most people are just tired of it. The ultimate cheeseburger is one of the worst because of its plain, dull appearance and its just as disappointing taste. If you're looking to play it safe and want nothing more than a dull, unoriginal burger, then by all means, get yourself one of these next time you're at Jack in the Box. But if you're more of an adventurous burger junkie, you don't need to bother with this one.
You ever had a Big Kahuna burger? Want a bite? They're real tasty.
Taco Bell Croissant Taco.
We went to Taco Bell. Eric, he starts crying in Taco Bell.
Now, when it comes to this next offering, instead of saying, wow, what a great idea, we're left asking, what were they thinking? Taco Bell has come up with a lot of crazy menu items over the years, but this one has got to be one of the weirdest and most peculiar ones yet. The Croissant Taco just gives off all kinds of no-no vibes.
Pass. Yeah.
On one hand, you could see this creation being a bold move for a taco place, a way to marry a croissant, sausage, cheese, and egg into an on-the-go breakfast delight. On the other hand, you could see this as a kooky mix of flavors and texture, which is more of an accurate description. The croissant taco was a flaky croissant folded into the shape of a taco and, well, filled with egg, cheese, and sausage that began as a test in Taco Bell locations in Cleveland, Ohio in 2015. Unfortunately, the shell lacked basic sweetness and freshness as it was not freshly baked, but rather microwaved. The texture was described as rubbery and unpleasant, while the eggs were said to be some kind of strange imitation. Needless to say, the croissant taco did not pass the test with flying colors, and it eventually flopped, just like the waffle taco. Maybe Taco Bell should stay away from breakfast.
You have to order something from the lunch menu.
Blimpie Blimp Large Sandwich.
I want that sandwich!
Where do you go when you want a tasty sandwich but don't want to go to Subway? Why, to Blimpie, of course. Blimpie makes some of the biggest, tastiest fast food sandwiches out there and hasn't always gotten the recognition it deserves. However, no matter how big and tasty these sandwiches are, it doesn't compensate for the loads of fat and sodium each of them packs. Like the Blimp Large Sandwich, for instance. This bad boy features everything you could possibly want on a sandwich, and as we've seen before, sometimes less is more, and in this case, maybe Blimpie would have been better off splitting the toppings into 2 sandwiches. It has turkey, roast beef, prosciutto, salami, pepperoni, provolone, sweet peppers, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onion, mayo, oil, and oregano. That's one heck of a list of ingredients, and if we go with logic, a long ingredient list equals a long list of health hazards as well.
You guys down here hear about the ongoing cholesterol problem in the country?
But hey, at least this one has some veggies, right? The Blimp contains almost 2.5 days worth of sodium, all in one sandwich. A true heart stopper, so to speak.
Good luck with that.
Whataburger, triple meat Whataburger.
I need to eat 10,000 calories a day to maintain muscle mass.
And the crown for the worst fast food sandwich in America goes to Whataburger, and it's triple meat Whataburger. And it just so happens, it's also one of the biggest burgers you can get on the market. This meaty giant isn't for the faint of heart. It contains 3 5-inch beef patties, all layered on top of one another with an extra slice of American cheese in the middle. Oh, and we can't forget the rest of the burger fixings, because otherwise, well, the burger just wouldn't be complete. If you're a true fan of meat, then this is the perfect fit for you.
I want more.
Just make sure you have plenty of Pepto-Bismol if you want to avoid a massive stomachache afterward, because chances are you'll be looking for the pink stuff. It might be the best burger to get to impress your friends and wow them with your massive burger eating skills, but other than that, you should probably stay as far away as possible from this meaty creation.
I'm for real. I'm for real.
We're also open 24/7. Tap or click for more great videos, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell to join our notification squad. And hey, leave us a comment.